Dick and Boonies podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the liquor and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on these drums all day. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on these drums all day.
Yeah, I'm fucking Dick and Boonies. Another fucking episode today. You better like it and maybe subscribe. But if you don't, that'll probably be okay. Because everyone does it.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome to another not you welcome. You welcome. The listeners and viewers of the episode, welcome to the show. And yes, I have a mustache.
Only.
That's it. And a double chin.
Not even.
Dude, now, you were referencing my mustache, and you said it probably gets stinky. Curds get caught under here. Curds and whey.
No.
Yeah, right under here.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes way.
Yes. Oh, God, dude.
I answered for you.
You're fire.
I'm on it. I'm on it right now.
Dude, just, you know what? Can you quickly lay on? So we're starting about a half hour late. What the fuck happened? So Cam,
work stuff.
Yeah, so Cam texted us about 9 minutes before episode started and said he was probably not going to make it. So we were...
I know. Hey, boys, might not make it. Stand by.
Yeah. And so we were trying to figure out how we were going to figure that out, and we ended up figuring it out. But then you said you'll be on your way, and you're on your way. What happened? What happened?
Well, there's an emergency.
Whoa.
At a bank, and we tend to a lot of banks, and there was a rock thrown through a window. So we get the call.
Bro, send that picture to Taylor. AirDrop it to him.
Yeah?
Or you could send it to me, and I can AirDrop it. Do you have AirDrop?
I can't.
What kind of... You got
There's
an iPhone
stuff
4?
in the background that can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want me to crop it?
Yeah, you can crop it.
Yeah, send it to me.
Crop dust that shit.
So
anyway,
so
we
you
get
tell the
call.
story, and I'll do all the
So
electronics.
if an emergency happens at a bank, break-in, broken window, whatever, we get the call.
Right.
Cops were already there. Security was already there. The cleaners found it. So cleaners go in at night, clean the branches, right?
Yeah.
They discovered it. And so
No alarm system. That's what baffled me.
There was.
Oh, there was. Okay.
But there was. It must have happened right away before the cleaners got there. But I don't know if the cops were there first, or I still don't know. But
did you send it?
No, I haven't yet. Sorry,
hold on, just send it and then tell the story.
Okay. Send it. Who am I sending it to?
Me, fine.
Okay. I'll send it in the group text. So both of you get it at the same time.
Send it to Ben or whatever this is.
So
No, just send it to me.
It's not uncommon. You know, a window will get a brick thrown through it or some shit.
I've done stuff like that.
Yeah, we've all done stuff like that.
In my adolescence.
Yeah.
Not as an adult.
So this is Peoria area.
And you know them.
You know those goddamn Peorians.
Is that what they are? Gotta be.
Sounds right.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not.
So I get a call from the facilities manager because they get the first call.
Okay.
Hey, this happened. So we get the second call.
Okay.
This needs to be fixed. Boarded up. Now, emergency, all hands on deck. So that happened right when I was leaving the house. I got the call. So that's when I was like, guys, I might not make it because I might have had to go out there.
What in this picture is not...
There's some signage in the background that...
What, and where?
That one.
The blue one?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I can crop it.
Sorry. Anyway, I got everybody lined up.
The rocks on
Board up company, gonna be there way quicker than I was gonna be there, and I wasn't gonna be able to do anything. You know,
This is something I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
You're telling me
it could happen at any time.
No, but there's a company that their business is just boarding up fucking...
all out 24-hour. There's a fuck ton of companies that do this. If something breaks in your business and you need that shit boarded up at 3:37,
I guess
they're gonna come do it.
I guess that makes sense. Did that come in, Tay Tay?
Oh yeah.
fucking accept it.
So,
My job's done.
yeah, so I got everyone lined up, and I'm still dealing with it, so that I might have to chime out for a minute here, but it's all getting handled, and we're here. I'm sorry I'm late.
It's okay. What are you drinking?
I don't want to work.
Water?
I just want to bang on these drums all day.
What is
No, so
Is it
this
seltzer water? Did you get is the picture up?
Yeah, I put it up for a second.
Yeah, so that's pretty. There's the rocks on the ground. That's such. I don't know, dude. Not a big fan of that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's just kids being kids.
Yeah.
It's not like they were going to go rob the joint, because that's a piss poor way of starting it.
Yeah, but you've seen those.
You know, you got to drill underground and tunnel up. And even when you get under the vault, there's probably a 3/4-inch steel plate that keeps you from getting into the vault.
What if it was Ocean's 11?
Ben's like, you need explosives.
There's just not a lot of thought put into that.
Yeah, they were just walking by.
They're just throw a day to throw a rock into the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all you're
assholes.
doing,
Just
the bank people are just like, oh, that's inconvenient and looks shitty. But the only people they're inconveniencing are me
and me
and you
and Taylor.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
And everyone else involved to have to mobilize and get this thing buttoned up.
So
Anyway, that's what's up.
one thing I wanted to do this early on in this
This is
episode.
a Cutwater canned margarita. Margarita. So there, those cans, those canned cocktails that came out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not bad. So I thought I'd give one a try.
I feel like that for you especially is just acid reflux in a can.
It is.
How are the loogies?
Oh, dude.
Thick and
If I had a younger sibling, I would pin him down and do the thing. Like chocolate syrup and orange juice. Just the thickest luggy. Or loogie, depending on who you are.
How would Adam Hood say it?
He would say it luggy, right?
I think you go loogie.
Loogie.
You put Shout out Adam Hood.
Loogie.
We should have some kind of ding or something every time an Adam Hood reference comes on.
Yeah. And keep the tallies of those shits.
We'll just have an ongoing tally. Every time we say floor holes.
The Adam Hood tally, dude.
That would be the sick.
Fuck yeah.
Like an actual image that comes up on the screen too. Adam's face.
Eventually, with all the subscribers that will eventually start subscribing, they would be like, "I want to meet this Adam Hood."
Oh, you want to talk about subscribers?
Yeah,
dude, I got something we could do. This sounds what a segue.
I know,
dude. Let's go into our dashboard confessional.
Oh God,
your hair.
I was gonna say, Taylor, what do you?
So
screaming infidelity. Okay.
What I kind of just wanted to do was I just wanted to bring to light how it's been going for us on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And there's something when you have a YouTube channel, it's something called the YouTube Studio. It's where you upload videos, you edit, you're able to do this and that, but they also have something called analytics, and it shows you your analytics.
Like in graph form?
There is,
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some graphs on there.
Yeah.
Let's start this. Here's the overview. And you know what? That was so sexual. That was too sexual.
When you're sitting in your room scrolling up, you're just like,
just uncontrollable. I don't even notice.
Since the mustache, it's just.
Yeah, I know. I feel like one gets a lot. I could dust off a couple of clits with this thing. This broom. Okay, let's just do the overview.
I just think of Alice in Wonderland, the thing that sweeps off the path.
The half dog, half broom.
Yeah. Got it.
That's what it feels like.
Nice.
Okay, so this is just the overview.
You guys are in trouble, I think.
No, no one's in trouble. It's just like let's just
go over the analytics.
Let's just go over and we'll see what we're doing. Are you an avid watcher / listener? This is gonna be a little treat for you. So real-time views in the last 48 hours, we've only had 100 views on YouTube, which is actually,
hey,
for us,
great.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's 50 a day.
I have it pulled up here.
Oh yeah, but
Big old graph.
So here we go. So real time, last published videos in the last 48 hours. Oh, of those 100, 86 of them have been on Waffle Stomp with James. Which, by the way, James,
That was awesome.
thank you
What a
so
good
much.
time. Yeah.
He was such a good guest.
That was a good time.
I got told by people that he was the best interview.
I did
yet.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I think I told you. That.
It's a.
No.
You told me. The combination of just being friends with him over the years, having known him for so long.
There was a lot of content there. And
Yes, and he's an interesting fucking dude. And he's also he doesn't require a question. He's just firing on all
for it.
Yeah. So thank you, James. And he brought a whole bunch of new listeners to the podcast. So if you're a new listener or a new watcher that happened to enjoy it because of him, thank you so much for joining us. And if you don't know James, go fucking look on aspenantlers.com. Get one of those knives. They are absolutely
sick,
stunning.
dude.
And in person, they're even gnarlier. So let's get back to the analytics.
It's like a boardroom.
Yeah, so let's see. Watch time in the last 28 days. We've had in minutes, we've had 10,655 minutes of watched.
That sounds like a lot.
That's decent because our fucking episodes are so long. So people, I guess the average duration is 15 minutes and 13 seconds.
Oh, really? When
Yeah.
people chime in and then they're like, I'm out.
Yeah, they watch it, and but I don't know. Here's the thing: I don't know. I don't know if 15 minutes, then they go, clean the kitchen or go to work or whatever, take care of their kids.
15-minute, like if you're driving, that gets you a lot of places.
Right.
So if
This
you're
is only
driving, listening or
YouTube,
whatever-
and you know what? My brother uses the YouTube to listen. He told me he'll put it on in his car and just have it down, and then he might even look down at it every once in a while.
Dangerous.
Squashing the data, dude, and dangerous.
But this is only YouTube. I have no idea what the I could check it on Libsyn, but let's just do the YouTube. All right. So that's in the last 28 days we've had 700 views, average view duration, and this is it goes in periods of 28 days. So this period, the last 28 days, is 15 minutes and 13 seconds. The previous 28 days, it was 14 minutes and 38 seconds.
All right.
So we're up like fucking 30 seconds. Okay, subscribers.
we're climbing, dude.
Dude, in the last 28 days, we've had 11 new subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
Okay. Now this is the one. This is
Almost a subscriber every other day.
yeah, sort of.
Almost.
Here's the one that bothers me. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
If I could just be honest for a second. And this is either going to make the person who I'm directing this towards
Oh shit.
never want to watch another episode again, or they might fucking
It might kick their ass into gear.
I just mean, come on. No, it's so of I think we have 87 subscribers total.
Yeah.
68.3% of the people who watch our episodes do not subscribe. So almost 70%. So 7 out of 10 people that watch every episode just won't hit the subscribe button for some odd reason.
And that's all that entails?
Okay, the only thing other than if clicking it is if they're not hooked into their Google account,
Right.
they can't subscribe to anything. So
Right.
the benefit of subscribing is that it basically clumps all your if you're subscribed to 10 different channels, as those channels release stuff, you can see it pops up and notifies you. Just like you're only going to follow the people on social media that you want to see the content
What
from.
would be nice to know is how many people of that 70% subscribe to anything.
Right. You're being sweet about it. Yeah, you're being
I'm just,
yeah, you're looking at the whole picture. I'm just frustrated. So I'm 70% of the people that watch our YouTube videos don't subscribe. And you know what? That's what happens with every single channel.
Yeah.
The majority don't subscribe.
You've done your research.
That's just the way that it is. I don't know if it's people don't want to support, or they're lazy, or they maybe don't want to link into their Google.
Link into shit?
Yeah, they don't want to have anything. You're being very objective. I am not. I'm carrying a lot of emotion.
I know. Rightfully so.
China.
Rightfully so.
Thank you. Thank you, Trump. And let's see. So over the last 28 days, we have
China. Anyway, I had to do it.
a babaloo. Fine China.
A babaloo.
A babaloo. Out of the last 28 days, 100% all likes, no dislikes, which is
How many dislikes do we have?
one.
When it comes to
Oh.
What is that, an ad? Okay.
I mean, one dislikes.
We got a
good.
dislike?
Yeah, we got one dislike, and I don't even remember what episode it is. It's like, who the fuck is disliking? Get out of here! Don't watch it. What are you doing? I would get it if this was
Well,
like
they had to know if they disliked it or not. You know, they had to watch it.
I guess we got a view on that. But
Yeah.
the thing to me is like, where did you find our fucking podcast? We're not like promoted. So you somehow were affiliated with us to some degree to know that we have
Has
a
the
podcast.
dislike button always been a thing?
Yeah, and you know what? I really wish if they disliked it, it would send an email to me. And I could be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. But
Or would you talk them into liking it?
no. You know me.
I could do it.
You could. So I don't take those kinds of calls. those calls.
I want
are
the
for you.
dislikes to go to me because I'll butter them bitches up all day.
Yeah, I can't do that. So
What do you mean?
So over the last 28 days, 4,639 minutes have gone to episode 32, Jim Adkins. 3,548 minutes have gone to Waffle Stomp, and so forth. Okay. Mm-hmm. But let's just make sure we highlight the non-subscribed part.
Yeah.
70% aren't subscribed. Isn't that weird? So impressions. What are impressions, Taylor? I don't know. But over the last 28 days, we've had 6,958 of them.
What's that mean?
Cool.
Impressions are like, aren't they like the smiley face?
Give us
the
your
fucking-
give us your guess, Cam. Come on.
It's not. I don't believe it's that. So there's no smiley faces in YouTube world, but impressions, impression click-through rate, which I do believe means that if they're watching one video, they'll click to another video. 4.3% of the people are watching an additional video, I do believe, or clicking to another video.
God, this is bonkers.
So our traffic source types are YouTube, browse features, external, change pages, channel pages, and other. I'm not going to read that. Don't even know why I listed it. Because I wasn't going to go into it because I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
So I just say things.
I at least guessed what impressions were.
I know, but let's just go to this. So the top external sources, meaning that they're getting to our channel, is Facebook. Isn't that interesting?
It makes sense.
Makes all the sense in the world. 76.4. That's where we post things. So 76.4% people are getting it from Facebook and just clicking from Facebook.
Yeah.
And watching it from there. The other ones are YouTube. So we must be getting advertised somehow. You know how like if you watch a video, then it'll say like other videos you may like?
Yeah. We pop in there somewhere.
We get in there somehow.
I wonder what those
4.6
are.
people are coming to our page, coming to our YouTube channel from that. Let's go
I
to.
want to know what we get wrangled in with.
Do you want to know what our the
Baby dicks.
Yeah. And Adam Hood. People just type in Adam Hood, Dick and Boonies podcast pops up. Floors and
Yes.
so
Girdle.
Miracle Whoop.
Miracle whoop.
Now, top YouTube search terms: Jim Adkins, Dick and Boonies, Jimmy Eat World, Waffle Stomp, and Pass Through Frequencies. Those are the top 5 searched things that eventually brought people to the channel. So somebody was looking for Jim Adkins Pass Through Frequencies and saw the episode with us and came over and checked out the episode. That's 1.2%, a very small percentage, but that still shows you that it's happening, which is kind of interesting.
It's relevant.
Let's not forget about the 70% of people who watch it don't subscribe. Let's not forget about that. And let's go back to... Oh, this is interesting.
Let's talk about something you'll never be.
Top videos suggesting your... top videos that are suggesting our content is episode 33, episode 32, episode 35, and episode 5 of Jim Adkins Pass Through Frequencies. 16.2% of people are coming from that episode.
Really?
Isn't that a weird thing?
That is.
So thanks, Jim.
It works.
So it's working. Here's our audience. This is interesting. You know why? Because I know a lot of females that do watch our podcast.
Okay.
But listen to this. Guess the percentage of male to female gender.
Oh, who listen?
Yes.
Oh, God. It's probably something fucking disgusting. Like 70-30.
We are 100% male.
Really?
100%.
Which isn't true.
Look, no, you know what that means?
No.
We don't have a single female subscriber.
Oh, okay. The subscriber.
So, hey, Selena. Yeah, Selena, I'm talking to you.
Oh, shit. Selena's
I know you watch YouTube. Yeah, I know you're watching this on YouTube right now, baby. You ain't subscribed.
Ooh.
I
Come
think
on,
Selena's
Selena.
dead, man.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's on Netflix right now. It's really hot. It's
know.
trending. It's a different Selena.
Dude, that was just bananas.
And I didn't know what was happening.
That's crazy.
I know. So the only way they can know that is if you're subscribed.
Yeah.
Like you're linked into your Google account is linked to your YouTube,
Right.
And then you subscribe. That's how they know if you're male or female. Apparently,
100%
so
male.
100% male, which means we have a lot of females who watch this show.
I hear more feedback from females.
That means
right.
that little bit right there just lets us know that not a single female has subscribed.
I love you guys.
Because they want to watch from a distance. They want to really be associated with this.
Right.
And I don't blame them. I really don't, actually. I talked about pussy lips being the size of fucking beaver tails.
Yeah, they're not. They're like, I enjoy listening, but I'm not subscribing to this.
Okay.
Hey.
This is going to be the last bit of analytics we're going to go through. This is also very interesting. And I'm sure it's very interesting for you viewers out there that are not subscribed. And ages. These are the ages. 13 to 17. How many? What do you think the percentage?
I would think 0.
Correct.
Yeah.
18 to 24.
Still 0.
Correct. 25 to 34.
4%.
52.2%.
Oh, really?
Are between 25 and 34 years old. Wait, is that brain farting?
So
and 35 to 44.
30-something percent.
47.8%, and the rest zeros. We got zeros up top between 18 and 34. 18, basically, I'm sorry, 25 and 44. That is our what do they call that?
Demographic.
Yeah.
Our demo. That's our demo. Men.
Fucking subscribe!
Yeah! Get it, Cam!
Jesus!
You can tell Cam is really super intense. So isn't that interesting, though?
It is.
I found that to be...
That's why I didn't know you could get breakdowns to that fucking...
I didn't either. You float around.
Yeah.
And there's a button, and you press it, and then it pops up, and you go, no fucking way. Is this true? And then when I saw that 70% are unsubscribed, it made a lot of sense. Because I'm like, how are we getting 250 views on this episode? and then 81 subscribers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, and then when I saw it was all male, I was like, not a single female has subscribed.
Pissing them off.
Hey, and Selena, I was kidding. You are such a big support. I love you deeply, and I apologize if you even for a second thought I was being serious. This is, a comedy podcast.
Ooga!
So another thing I wanted to do real quickly is guess who emailed us back? Chris. Do you remember his last name? You're like, it sounds like a fake name.
Yeah.
I think that's what you said.
About Hot and Homeless?
Yes. So on, what is it? Poopscapades? we read his email.
Don't even fucking get me started.
Yeah. So we read his email, and he basically suggested that I take her out.
Right.
Or we do like a Black Swan kind of. Was that what that show was called? Black Swan? The makeover show?
The Swan or
It's just called The Swan, right?
Yeah.
I added black for some just weird reason.
Natalie Portman?
he's woke.
Yeah. The
Right?
Black Swan, that's a movie. That's where
Right,
okay,
yeah.
so The Swan was like on ABC or something. Right? Okay. So after we discussed it and we said, oh, that could be a fun little thing to do, he sent another email. I don't know what it is. I'm going to read it now. You ready?
I'm ready.
Chris Cheatwood says...
Yeah, that's
What?
it's fake. No, you're good.
Just listen to your latest podcast. And I'm not a very good reader, so we'll see how this goes. Just listen to your latest podcast. I should have probably explained. I'm already on fire. I shouldn't probably explain this. You did it on the portion about it. You can find it. I should have found it. Probably find it too. Yep. So I should have probably explained where I know you guys from in my last email. This is exciting.
That's
We're finding
huge.
it out.
Yeah, no, this is a big deal.
This is a big deal. We met a long time ago after you guys played a third Thursday show at Tempe Marketplace.
Yeah,
Okay. We did do that.
we did a couple times.
There was some good ones.
Yeah,
Remember we did Find My Way Back Home, and we fucking ripped it.
yeah, crushed.
Yeah. It was fun.
There's some people there.
I just remember getting feeling really connected in that moment. We were playing that song.
What a brilliant idea that place was to do that because people were there anyways. So it was like,
Right?
Yeah.
I saw Filter there.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
That was weird. He was like,
It's hard to get the Filter experience.
He was
at
like-
a marketplace.
was
But
like-
go on.
hey, Dad, what do you think about your son? And I was like, he's proud of you, dude. Relax.
That was
You're a famous rock star.
That was pretty good, Rich.
Just relax, dude.
Whoa.
That was Filter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so my buddy Dusty Lane, is that Dusty Bottoms? No.
No.
Okay. My buddy Dusty Lane and I, Chris Adam,
Fake name.
were.
I knew it.
Why are you fucking lying to us, Chris
Dude,
Cheatwood?
I fucking knew it.
Can you believe
that
that?
can't be a real
Wow, he's a cheater. Okay, so Travis,
Cheatwood.
we sent. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Do you remember this guy?
Chris?
Do you remember Chris?
Yeah.
Oh,
if
you-
this is the Chris, I think
Chris-
I know.
It's got to be. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Should I continue reading?
Keep going.
Maybe this will bubble up some more things.
Yeah.
Okay, my buddy Dusty Lane and I, Chris Adam, were there taking pictures. We sent photos to your MySpace. That just dated us instantly. Travis contacted us the next day, and I think we all met up at a bar later that evening. I'll trade you some of those pictures for a CD I request for that CD I requested. You know what, bro? It's coming. that CD's coming.
Yeah.
We somehow, I'm going to email you back, okay? We're going to give you, what do you want? 10, 30, 100, whatever. We'll send you a whole fucking box. Dude, we don't care, man.
I need to offload these, man. They're in my kid's closet and they're not getting smaller.
Right. You need that storage
I
space.
need that storage space.
Oh my God. So,
It's time you let go of your CDs. I'm like, oh, babe, but you know, it's like break a
Sentimental.
You keep one.
She's like, that's fine. Keep one.
okay.
No, I need 800.
I'll trade you some of those pictures for the CDs I requested. We all hung out quite a bit that year until you guys moved away.
So the person I'm thinking of was when we came back.
And that doesn't make sense because Travis wasn't involved when we weren't living in
No,
Arizona.
we had already come back.
We all lived here.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is he said we hung out a whole bunch that year, which makes me feel like a piece of shit.
Well, his credibility is already shot. with-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lying with his name. But Chris, subscribe.
Chris.
Subscribe to the channel. Please or not.
We'll give you 500 CDs.
We'll give you 500 CDs. I thought you were going to say $500. Not worth it. Also, I mentioned the hot homeless girl's hands because I was picturing the gal's hands from Strong Hand episode holding the sign. So this dude has been listening.
Yeah, for sure.
Strong Hand was like
He
episode
knows the
5.
thing. Yeah.
Oh man,
That's
Chris,
early
hold
days.
on, reverse it, flip it and reverse it. You're
Flippin'
our
that
best
meow.
friend, freaking now.
You're our best friend freaking now.
Man, he's a supporter.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're getting a lot of airtime.
And I think maybe he might be geniusly just
Putting
putting this shit in here.
because you have no recollection.
Not now that
don't
it's
either.
like then you moved away. That's not the person I'm thinking of.
Maybe he's confused.
I think he's a tad confused as well. I think maybe we just need to I'll just get in contact with him and be like, "Yo, who are you?
Yeah.
And what do you want?"
We just see a picture of his face.
Oh, you know what we could do? We'll trade him 800 CDs for 1 subscribe. Better subscribe, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You get that 800 CD, baby. Okay.
I went home and counted my CDs. There's only 798.
Okay. Anyways, we should
Good
get
chance.
together sometime. Cam and I could do some manly stuff like go fishing or build things. Richard can go bring my 2 boys over for a plate. Richard. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Holy shit. Richard could bring my 2 boys over for a play date. Richard, can I bring my 2 boys over for a play date? Let me know. He had to know I was going to read this on the podcast, right?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please let
We
Cam.
read all of them.
Damn, this fucking thing is. Maybe we're just talking a lot. It's not that deep. I was like, this is a long email. Please let Cam know if he has company. Let me just try again. Please let Cam know that if his company ever needs asbestos.
Removal?
No one ever needs asbestos.
Does it say removal?
No, but it's not asbestos.
Yeah,
I was like, what Mexican joint is he referencing?
if he ever wants some asbestos, I can bring it to him. Asbestos. I feel like I've been to every Betos. Asbestos.
It's so weird how naturally it came out.
It would have been better if you were like, if you need some asbestos.
Oh man, I knew I was gonna get nailed with
Chris, I hope you're listening and laughing a lot.
So please let Cam know if his company ever needs asbestos abatement work done. I would appreciate the opportunity to work for them.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
We do need that a lot.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good Thanksgiving, guys. Chris Adam, and he put his cell phone number, which is not going to read it.
Shoot the company name over.
Yeah, go ahead and email us. I got to get into contact with him, right?
Yeah.
That's what I should do. We got to get him a CD. And really, hey, Chris, literally, bro, you just tell us how many you need, baby, and we got you.
If it's more than one, that's crazy.
I know that is strange.
You know, that's good. Stocking stuffers, baby. What? 'Tis the season.
So you don't have any of our CDs that are actual packaged CDs?
No, they're all in a spool.
I thought you had boxes of like the pre-packaged ones.
Nope.
Who has those? Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do I?
Oh, you could. Taylor could.
I
You're
know.
talking about comfort, or I don't have your comfort CDs.
Yeah.
I've got all of them, so I don't even know.
Man, I don't even. I think I do. I think I got 2 cases.
Man, well, you better figure that out.
I think they're stories that didn't hit the
So we got to
paint.
sit there and.
No, it's the one with
Oh,
the
they're
scissors
packaged.
on. Yeah, they're
Wrapped.
So I got the fucking.
Shrink wrap.
I got the overflow.
Yeah, you got the are those stories with the scissors?
Yes.
I don't know what I have then. I might have
Radio.
I might have radiotherapy.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Fuck.
Well, this is fun.
So I wanted to quickly chat with you a little bit about what's been going on in my life lately. Is that okay with you?
I love it.
So a very close friend of mine is
But not of mine.
Nope, just mine.
Okay.
A very close friend of mine is technically married and he's got 3 kids. And his wife that he's separated from has been causing a lot of problems over the last 4 years. He's been clean for 4 years.
Why would he call you for advice?
Well, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, all right, cool.
So he called me up and he was telling me that so his wife doesn't live at the house with them anymore, right? Okay. He lives with his parents and his 3 kids, and she basically comes over to see the kids at nighttime sometimes. If she gets too loaded or she forgets or she's at the casino or whatever, sometimes she just won't show up at all. And it is, from what he said, is very enraging. You know what I mean? Like she's supposed to show up. She's supposed to maybe give them baths, potentially feed them or whatever. I believe the middle one, she helps her with homework.
Oh, yeah?
So if it gets too late, right? Like if it's 7:00 and she like does not show up, then he's got to help her with the homework, which is much later than he wants to do the homework. He wants to get it done earlier in the night so that they can do baths and all that kind of stuff. And it's like a winding down kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she fucks that up all the time, right? And she got out of prison not too long ago. And sort of almost immediately started using drugs again. And the thing that is really interesting, what he was telling me, is that she's on parole, right? And so when you're on parole, you have to abide by several, I don't want to say rules. Come on, Cam, give me a word.
Guidelines?
Yeah, let's go with guidelines. So she's got to abide. The dude's got to abide. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
And one of those things is drug testing regularly.
Yep.
You have to have a place to live. The people so the parole officer needs to know where you're
Do
living.
you have to even like start solidifying a job at this point?
They
Or is
highly
this
recommend
just-
it. No,
They recommend it, but that could be over.
yeah, but you know what? They really.
They're like, fuck, if you're going to go do it, if you're feeling good and you're like, shit, I could maybe even go get a job.
Yeah,
They're like, go for it.
for sure. Because
And then you tell them and
yeah, because the one thing about getting a job is that you feel connected to the community. You feel like you're doing something. You're earning a living. You're proving to yourself that you can get out into the community and like participate.
thing, yeah.
My dad calls it like being a good citizen. And he talks a lot about being a good family citizen. But, being a good family citizen also means that you're contributing.
Right.
And for this, anyways, I'm getting off topic.
for this anyway, your friend should start with the family citizenship.
So my friend's wife
Right. Your friend's wife should start with the family citizenship.
For sure.
Yeah.
And she locks that in. She locked that in early on after she got out of prison, but then quickly started using drugs again, right? So then things got, and she was supposed to get a job, never got a job. I guess every once in a while he would like give her money and like cigarettes and shit like that. He told me that he does not do that anymore. He sort of learned his lesson there.
Oh yeah.
Because every, you know, just like,
Because he wants to fucking he wants it to be good, and he wants to support it to a certain point.
right.
But there has to be a cap at some point.
Right. And quite frankly, and I can understand. I'm going through a similar thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going through a similar situation. I can't talk about that. But he said that I could talk about him, and it sounds like we're going through a very similar thing, just
Right.
totally different people.
Right.
And what the fuck was I saying? Oh, yes. So job. Okay. Job is a good thing. Drug testing regularly, housing. And then anybody who lives in that house the information has to be given to the parole officer because they are not allowed to live with other parolees or people who are on probation, right?
Okay.
So there's all these different things you have to abide by. Well, apparently, he doesn't know what she's doing or what's going on with there. And the problem is that the system itself is so fucking flawed, right? So probation officers and parole officers, if you're a probation officer, parole officer, I would assume if you're watching this podcast, you're probably a good one.
Subscribe.
And go ahead and subscribe. Be part of that 30%. But a lot of them are not, in fact, doing a very decent job. Here's the problem. Everybody is underpaid and overworked, right?
100%,
So they
yeah.
have, their workload is probably supposed to be anywhere from 10 to, let's say, 30 max people. And I would assume 30 is a lot of
fucking
probationees
people.
or
Right,
whatever, right?
yeah.
I am pretty fucking positive because I used to work in the mental health
Yeah,
industry.
yeah.
And those case managers are only supposed to have like the same, you know, between 10 and 30. They have hundreds of people on their caseload, which means there's no chance. There's not a
Not everyone
chance.
gets a lot of attention.
No.
Yeah.
And the problem is these people are getting loaded. They're doing the only thing that like a probation officer is supposed to like get a check-in once a month or whatever. And then if the probationer comes up with some sort of reason, or I don't fucking know. All I know is that my buddy was telling me that it's all fucked up. And you know what, Taylor, I know you've been dealing.
Yes.
I know you've been dealing with somebody in your family. Do you want to come? Actually, do you want to come over here and sit down?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about.
yeah.
Because Taylor's.
Get over here, you beautiful little bag of beans.
Yeah, I know
know.
Taylor's been dealing with some. And for those of you who have not seen Taylor Ouellette in a while, this is what he looks like. He looks the exact same.
My man. This is
Welcome to the
Taylor.
show, Taylor.
Hey, how's it going? Hey,
Hey.
oh wow, I like this mic. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't
you see
seen
me
the three
on
of
the-
us in one room together in a long time.
Camera two.
Camera two,
pretty
got you.
cool.
Cool. Sounds good.
Is it?
Yeah, hey.
Bro.
Is he in the shot?
He's in the shot.
Oh, nice. So I got my brother Ben. He's working the switcher.
The ones
now.
and twos.
Camera one,
Then we got
camera
Taylor.
two.
So yeah. So I know just based on my own experience, but Taylor, what the fuck's been going on with you lately? I know you've had something in your family, right?
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you about my great aunt Lily, who's like a mother to me.
Okay.
And so basically, what's kind of been going on is I realized a few months ago that my aunt was not eating, was very depressed, drinking, and basically had to do something. They were about to lose their life, you know, if someone didn't step in.
Right.
So basically, I was able to convince this person to go into rehab. And like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, or no, actually almost last month now, we got him into a behavioral, Banner Behavioral. So yeah,
that's a lovely
really
establishment.
really nice place.
Yeah.
And
Clean.
they were this person was voluntary, so what that means is they're volunteering themselves to go. And that took a lot of convincing on my part for the person, and it was they were doing it for me, sort of. So basically when Banner took them, they had such bad DTs, delirium tremens, which is like the withdrawals from alcohol that you get.
Oh, yeah.
And so they sent her to the hospital across the street, Osborne.
Mm-hmm.
And she spent like 2.5 weeks detoxing from alcohol,
Holy
which is
shit.
a really
That's
it's a
long
pretty
fucking
long time. And the whole time, very delusional, very didn't know what was going on. I couldn't walk, couldn't talk.
Well, I imagine like their body's just so dehydrated, like their joints don't work and shit. Like
That's
that's a thing.
Well, alcohol is probably the scariest one because your body becomes so accustomed
Right.
to
You cut that off.
becomes part of your body chemistry.
Right.
And when it's not there, your body can't work properly. And so a 2-week detox sounds about right. And having people do it without being monitored.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
Like,
fucking scary.
That would have never happened in this situation. But
Right.
so all this is going on during COVID, mind you. So I was able to visit a few hours a day for a couple of weeks. I'm the only person that she has. So one visitor only, and like only one person. Like no, like so you pick one person and that's it the whole time, which is another rough thing in itself. And a lot of the drinking. The drinking, it was a lifelong thing for my aunt, but like the COVID, not having a job, being laid off from a job really exacerbated, which it's exacerbated everybody's, kind of addiction and stuff, like idle hands, which, definitely took a toll on her and exacerbated this drinking for the last 8 months, whatever. So bad withdrawals, had her in there 2.5 weeks. Never, they diagnosed her with something called Wernicke's Korsakoff encephalopathy, which is a vitamin B1 deficiency.
And a boxer from Russia.
I was just gonna say, is that Rocky 7?
So basically, it's a vitamin B1 deficiency that affects the brain, kind of like a dementia.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be like you can recover from it. A lot of times you can't. You'll have permanent damage. But
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So before she went in, did she have these delusions?
So
Or was it onset from the withdrawal symptoms?
So she was, repeating herself a lot when drunk, and like but hit it very well. Okay. So it's like you can ask someone so many questions, and like they can play it off, but till you start really like digging deep and like asking like. She only gave enough information so you didn't know she was losing it. So
she was super good at hiding.
Yeah, super good at hiding.
She could maneuver.
Yeah. So it was hard to tell, but I definitely was like, something's going on. But also you're drinking every day, so.
Maybe that plays into it too. You're like, they're fucking drunk.
Yeah, they're drunk. So
Right,
I don't know. Like wait till I get them to a baseline to figure out like.
Oh, interesting.
So 2.5 weeks in Osborne Health detoxing, and then they were like, we can't do anything else for her. She needs more care, or like long-term care, basically, like an assisted living and memory care place. They wouldn't really do a lot for me because I'm like the person who's in charge if anything happens to this aunt, no kids or anything. So basically they wouldn't recommend her for like a geriatric site because she's like 59. She wasn't crazy.
It's fucking not old.
No. Wouldn't recommend her for like any, like they recommended her for like either I had to watch her 24 hours or she had to go to a facility, but they didn't like give me any, they didn't diagnose her with anything that was significant to where I could like do anything or check her in anywhere.
Sounds like they didn't give you any fucking resources either.
They gave me very little, and like the problem is you're dealing with weekend staff most of the time on a lot of this stuff. It's like, and with the COVID, it's like you're kind of getting brushed on the rug. But back to that.
Yeah.
Released her. My lovely, beautiful, amazing girlfriend picked her up for me because I was working. We were shooting.
Oh,
Adam Ray.
That was nice, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out Adam Ray.
What up, Adam Ray? You don't watch that.
Subscribe. Adam,
I might be able to. Hopefully, maybe we can get him on.
That'd be cool to get out.
All right, but so they said they called Banner Behavioral, the place she was at before, and Banner said they would take her back.
Oh,
So-
they did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So great.
Okay.
So Alex, so we can save the fee of transport because it's right across the street anyways.
Yeah.
Alex picks her up, takes her to Banner. They will not take her back because she's not detoxing anymore.
God damn.
Oh, my God.
And they're not a long-term facility.
So the hospital's recommendation was to go back to Banner Behavioral Health.
Banner said they would take her back. When we got her there, they're like, no, we won't take her.
Alex takes time out of her life, goes, picks up your aunt, takes her to, which by the way, transport fee would have been $1,000
Probably.
for across the street, which is another bullshit fucking scheme. And get there, they're not going to take her.
No.
So they didn't take her.
No, so basically she gets on the phone, like, is there any rehabs? It's like Sunday night or Saturday or Friday night.
But still,
Yeah, whatever.
Nobody's taking anybody on the weekend.
Yeah,
Nobody.
it's just not happening. And so we have to take her back to our condo. And
Oh my goodness.
she's at a point where she's asking for all her belongings and like doesn't know where they are. She doesn't really know what state she's in. She doesn't, it's like it's called waxing and weaning or whatever, where you kind of like you're okay 1 second, like she seems like she knows what's going on, and then the next second it's like
It could turn at any point.
yeah, it's real. It's like it's kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
That's that alcohol dementia.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's what that shit
That's
does
what
to
it
you.
is. And
Vitamin
she's
B1
And she's been sober at this point for whatever 3 weeks almost.
Okay.
So she's at the house with us and
Currently?
No. So this is like right after
Okay. Sorry.
yeah, it's a whole story here. And so she's at the house with us, and we're trying to desperately find somewhere because we have already taken, I've already taken like 2 weeks kind of off my business, and Alex has taken another, time out of her business. So we're desperately trying to find something. No one can really give us any resources. We take her to St. Luke's psych,
Okay.
which is not a great place, but that was like the recommendation, we got. They won't take her because she's not crazy enough.
Bad enough.
Yeah, she's not bad enough.
God.
Well, so let me just interject. One of the things about St. Luke's Hospital that I will say is an upside is that they've been doing it for, I don't even know how long the hospital's been around, probably 80, 100,000 years. I don't know. It's one of the oldest hospitals in town. And a lot of times, like, addicts will, because they do intakes, I believe, every single day except for, like, on weekends. So addicts can go and, like, line up to be basically admitted to the detox facility. And I believe they also have a mental health branch or whatever. Mm-hmm. And what ends up happening is that they have to be not loaded, so they won't take anybody who's loaded.
Well, she was sober,
Right?
Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
not-
like, this hospital in
she
general,
knew
has
what
a-
was going on at that point in the day so much. She was like, they were like, "Who's the president?" She's like, "Trump." She was like,
Yeah.
"What day is it?" She was like, "Bam, bam, bam."
Okay.
So, and this is a funny takeaway from that when we're talking to the nurse, the intake nurse, and so basically, she didn't, explaining. So do you know how many people are on the streets that are hallucinating and delusional, is what she said to us.
Right.
And we're like, well, yeah, that's the fucking point of all, like, these people
That was her reason for
Yeah,
not taking her.
that's the-
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah, which was fucking
Jesus
wild. Like,
Christ.
I'm like, so that's why all these people are on the streets, because you're not taking them
'Cause you're
in.
kicking 'em out
yeah,
the
you're kicking
door.
them out because it's not. You got to be a harm to yourself. You got to be
You're like, yeah, I do know now why.
you literally have to be. They want you spreading shit on the wall. They want you, killing yourself, but not even threatening. And you got to have a knife in your hand, like ready, and a plan ready to go. There's a lot of criteria. So that option's out. Boom, take her back to the house for another day. Do my best to not go crazy.
Be a doctor.
But yeah, be a nurse. So
Here's the thing. This is nothing against nurses. If you're a nurse and you're watching or listening, this isn't against nursing or doctors or hospitals. This is about this
It's the
specific
situation.
Yeah, and this specific nurse who was what they when they're training as a nurse, one of the things they have to do is train in mental health, like disorders and different ways to deal with patients and stuff. And there's something that they called compassion fatigue that will set in when they're dealing with the same thing over and over and over, day in and day out. They get you coming in, and this is a big fucking deal to you, and it's your aunt.
Yeah.
And they're fucking all compassion fatigued out. They're in burnout is what they say is like the final stage, and they're like, yeah, there's fucking people on the streets,
They
hallucinating
stop
all the
giving
time.
a fuck.
Yeah.
in a sense.
and my aunt's in there, saying the date and everything, like not even,
Right. To them, it seems
Yeah.
like she's doing great.
Yeah.
So kicked out of that, so that situation didn't work. Back
Right.
home for another day. Let's get her into rehab, like at least, so she won't. She's trying to drink already out of the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like trying to get a beer, like because doesn't even know she was an alcoholic,
Right. That's just like
Jeez.
her part of her routine.
Yeah. So Crossroads. We would
Yeah.
try to get her into Crossroads. We call up Crossroads, like, yeah, we have a bed open. We can take her. You guys got to get down here, like whenever. Get there, go in. Guys like, oh, there's a COVID outbreak. Can't take her. Like, fuck. Okay.
Man, every
so
turn.
back to the
Back to the
old condo, and so next day we're like, okay, we got another plan. We found another rehab. We're like, all right,
wow.
Unhooked. It's it's pretty,
Yeah.
It was in Mesa, so we took her all the way out to Mesa. Like, listen, still voluntary,
Yeah.
which is good. Like,
She's like, can we
not
stop to get a
willing.
beer on the way?
not
Right,
very,
yeah.
not very voluntary, mind you. Like, yeah, like I gotta get out of here. I gotta, like trying to get out of the car.
But able to talk off the ledge.
Yeah.
And she's also probably going through, like, sometimes she's like more willing than other moments.
Absolutely.
Right. From moment to moment.
Yeah. So, unhooked, they take her. Oh, finally, someone that will like give her a bedroom and help her with this stuff.
Yeah.
She's at Unhooked for a day. I get a call from Unhooked, and they're like, we're not the facility for her. She's too her memory is too bad, so okay, what do I do? Or like, send her to the ER again.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, send her to the ER
Yeah.
so I can get a fucking diagnosis from someone. And like,
Yeah.
besides the one that they don't want. So
Right.
finally they took her to like Banner, Baywood, and Mesa. It was like right across the street from Unhooked. And they were like, they helped a little bit with me. Like we gave her, her medical history to a T. We knew everything that's going on from the past like months. So it was good for them. They finally declared her, not competent, because she they talked to her. The problem is these doctors
Yeah.
come in here for 5 minutes and they talk to the patient like, oh, she's fine. But if you talk to her,
Hang out with her for 2 hours.
or just 30 fucking minutes even,
Yeah.
and you find like, oh, she thinks she's in California and she just got off the phone with Joe Biden. Like, it's insane. But back to, she's in the ER. figure out.
It's a personnel juggling act.
Yeah, no
when
one
you
will,
think you could go to any one of these places
no one to help you.
and get the attention.
But the problem is,
Yeah.
not a lot of people care about alcoholics. You know, there's a lot of facilities and stuff, but like when you, like you can drink yourself to death, but you can't not eat. You know, if you stop eating, someone will come in and, you know, and help you. You know,
Right.
but if you are just drinking yourself to death, like no one's gonna care. So you can do that.
Right.
It's a very it's a very fine, weird, interesting line because addiction is addiction, and the odd thing though is like working in the industry for a couple of years and like being in recovery myself. It depending on the situation, there are like various loopholes you can sort of call upon to make sure that you'll get admitted to certain places. Now your aunt had been sober for 3 weeks, so she was already past that immediate care detox point. Which, if you're in that point, this is, and I'm glad you're here and talking to us about this because I think this is a very important issue. That it's useful information to have. So if you know somebody that needs to get into like an immediate detox care type situation, especially like a place like Banner Behavioral Health, right? Let's just use that one for example. If you're struggling to get that person into detox, I hate to say it, but there's a loophole where if the person says that they are suicidal, they cannot turn the person away.
That's the skeleton key.
Yeah. So I had gone, when I was detoxing several times, I'd gone to Banner Behavioral Health. They're like, what are you here for? I was like, I'm detoxing on heroin. I just need a bed. They're like, go to fucking, what's that goddamn place? Can't remember it right now. But it's just like one of those places where you stand in a long line and you're shivering. Yeah, not Taros. It's another. It's another one similar to that.
Yeah.
I can't. For some reason, it's eluding me at the moment. But you know, you get like cheese sandwiches and like peanut butter biscuits and like it's really hot, and like everyone's sleeping on the floor. It's a really.
It's a rough. There's some rough fucking places.
It's
man.
a rough road
Yeah.
to go. But if you go to one of those nicer facilities, like if you're detoxing and you go to St. Luke's, they cannot fucking turn you away if you say you're suicidal, whether or not you are or aren't. If you need to get a person in there, you can coach a person and say, listen, you may not be suicidal. And because you don't want to put that in somebody's head anyways, you know what I mean? But you coach them and say,
They
listen,
want the help.
if they really want the help, if they say they're suicidal, they can't turn you away. But go ahead. So she was at the ER.
At the ER, and they gave us a little bit more help and guidance because we have basically been like, the healthcare system's kind of just fucked up. They just left us with, you know, no plan, they just like kind of, we didn't know what to do. And like my girlfriend's really smart too, and she like navigates all this stuff pretty well, and it was still super difficult. But
Yeah.
ER, they gave us some options. They finally declared her incompetent and gave me some power over the situation. And she was still voluntary too, so she volunteered to go like into where we have her now, which is, it's called Avenir.
I've never heard of that.
It's new, and
Okay.
it's unfortunately it's in Surprise, so it's not the
Wow.
closest place.
so opposite of Mesa.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, but this is the place that could take her, had a bed. It's suited for it's like rehab treatment, but it also deals with like acute problems like memory loss. It's like a perfect place. Like it's
kind of new,
it's
so they're
boutique.
like, bring it.
Well, it's boutique too. It's like a boutique place.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like a little bit, it's not like it's a hospital, but it's like they
They
got
take certain insurance and whatever.
well, yeah.
What are you saying? The place is kind of cute.
No, it's, well, I haven't like
Furnished?
I've only seen, yeah, well, it's like a hotel more, like set up like a hotel, so
Right.
people are comfortable. They have volleyball and shit apparently.
Yeah. Dude.
This is what I hear from the patient. So
Gotta have volleyball.
I don't know if it's, but okay.
Got
So
fucking Gretchen out there.
so success, right? We finally got her into a place.
Don't fucking tell me. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no, success. We finally got her into this place right now, and that's currently where she is.
Okay, good.
Wants to leave every
course.
day, but
They all do.
before I was getting a call every 15 minutes from them.
Yeah.
And now it's like I can go almost all day without getting
Once
called.
a day, maybe.
Well, because they're painting, they're swimming, I guess. I don't. That's
Nice.
Just keeping them occupied.
that's hearsay. Yeah. and
Is it co-ed?
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
great for my aunt because she's a mover and a
She's
shaker.
a little swanger.
She's a little swanger, baby.
Yeah.
So-
You know, there's a
she
couple
wants
of guys
to
in
see
there.
some fucking muscles out there.
Yeah,
But
For sure. Dude, oh my God.
so the memory thing is gonna take just time. Like it
Right.
takes time. It might not ever come back. She might need assisted living for the rest of her life, and it's pretty difficult. And like that's literally alcohol, drugs, poor diet, depression, all these things compiled on top of a pandemic.
yeah.
Which made this all so difficult because I
Right.
can't even now I was able to for the first week visit in the hospital, but now it's no visits. The new place is through glass.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
visitation.
Yeah, well, yeah, like this is like their makeshift.
Right.
So they have like a big glass window and they kind of do it through there with a phone.
Oh,
Just
wow.
I don't even know if I want to do that because it's too prison-y.
I mean, you might.
I was
yeah.
just going to say, yeah.
it's too
Just
prison-y.
just talk to her on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that much more personal
Yeah.
to see there through glass.
So
Yeah.
all this is like taking a long time, but hopefully we just bought us time
Right.
so they can kind of diagnose
And
her.
attention.
Yeah,
fucking attention,
yeah,
bro.
because I have client. I do video production, obviously, so I have tons of clients right now, and like this year has been really good for me and busy and all these opportunities, and all of a sudden it's this, and like
Yeah.
I have a lot on my plate, and then it takes all my attention away, and it's stressful.
And this is number one.
Yeah, and I have to, and it's almost tough because it is alcohol, and they did do it to themselves,
Right.
and that's also a difficult thing. And I'm also working like my aunt is a very difficult, prideful person, and like most alcoholics are and addicts, but it's tough, man. It's been
There's not enough hours in the day.
yeah, but the most difficult situation is like just the loss of you see your grandpa do that, but you see your aunt who's 59 like go through doesn't
way too young.
know where she is, and you're like, oh shit. It kind of brings like a level of oh fuck, that's like she might never come back from this. But if you have any addiction problems, make sure you seek help. We're out here.
Yeah. You know what? I'll put a couple of resources in the description. Some places that you can. Put the suicide hotline down there. Also, a couple of different resources, places you can go. I'll just put it in the description below. But I know Cam, you had something that you needed to go snag, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's take it. Yeah, I gotta go do a text and go snag something.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. We can talk.
Give me a
yeah. So I remember when we went to go do the Adam Ray thing, which was super. Did I talk? We didn't talk about it on the last podcast.
I don't. We haven't had that yet. So.
So it's dope. So Taylor, he shoots a whole bunch of different things. I mean, he does everything. He does this podcast too. But he got an opportunity to shoot. If you don't know who Adam Ray is, he's a stand-up comedian. He's a podcaster. He's on lots of different podcasts. Fucking hilarious. And turns out he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, amazing guy.
Yeah. So Taylor got an opportunity to shoot his stand-up. And because I'm starting to get into the video side of things, Taylor took me along. And when we were going, your aunt called you like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah,
And that was
yeah,
only
yeah.
in we were only in the car for like 40 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And
I
so
think I let you listen to some of the conversation.
I believe she thought she was in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's that. I'll tell you this much. Alzheimer's, however you say it, runs on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
And because my dad, just like your aunt, is actually a fucking very smart, witty,
Mm-hmm.
very on point person. Like I don't know how prepared I am to ever see that sort of go the other way. That's the thing that scares me. The thing you're talking about,
Yeah, I definitely had a little bit of a like panic attack when I realized it was like, oh fuck, she's really not there.
Yeah.
Really not all there.
And you know what? One thing I can relate to is that she's not all there, but then you said she would be all of a sudden, right?
But it's like, she has enough wherewithal to fake it then.
Oh, okay.
So there's time where I think she's not there, but she's got enough wherewithal where she can fake it, and you'd be like, hey, do you know what happened yesterday? Well, no, not really.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But she's not combative. And it's wait, did I say? Never mind.
You might have.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Beep. So, just to pause for a moment, I believe Cam might need to interject.
Hey,
Back.
it's belated.
Oh,
So just so everybody knows, Taylor turned 45 the other day.
Hey!
Happy
birthday!
And Cam's
Did you give me a guitar?
Let's do it. Here we go.
Not yet.
Just kidding. Oh, fuck yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
Happy birthday!
I love it. Should I bust a
Happy
shirt?
fiddly. Let's see. Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
Is he gonna do a handstand?
We're seeing his broken arm.
Okay, I'm good.
Fuck yeah.
I went snowboarding today, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were in Snow Bowl today, right?
Yeah, I went snowboarding.
legit.
It was for my birthday actually, because I missed because I was going through all the ant stuff on my birthday, and
You just needed a little decompress.
I went with Stephen Ayotte,
Nice.
and I went with Tyler Alcorn, some of the old Idle Red boys,
man.
and another friend of ours. Brittany. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty good now. I mean, I don't fall.
Did you go on Double Black Diamond?
They only had 2 runs open, and they were pretty shitty.
Oh, were they?
Little blue skis.
It hasn't snowed like for a couple weeks. There,
Yeah.
So,
It's
how
not-
old are you?
I'm 36.
That makes sense.
Welcome to the club,
Skin's
brother.
looking smooth.
Happy
It
birthday.
is. You look good. You do look good.
I don't really drink that much, just because all this situation going on. So
Yeah.
really cut down on
Or
all my
do
boozing.
anything really that
So
much?
on your actual birthday, you were dealing with shit. So this was like your
Yeah.
belated birthday retreat.
Yeah,
today?
just a quick little
Up and down. So Cam and I prepared a song. You ready, Cam?
Yep.
Yep. Let's do it, baby.
Do you want to start it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
You were
hitting
here,
those
those
slopes
slopes
this morning.
We only practiced it once.
They were shitty,
Shitty,
but you weren't morning. And now you got a thing to go long boarding. And all we're talking about is Tay.
Tay.
Happy
Hey,
fucking
good
birthday
birthday,
to you, Tay.
Hey,
Happy birthday to you, Tay.
I said happy fucking birthday.
To you, Tay.
Damn, dude, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel loved.
I'm so glad you just. Oh god.
But
So
that was great.
yeah,
Thank you guys.
We wrote that just now.
No,
you're welcome.
This is amazing. Thank you. I'm definitely. This is gonna be my new trash skateboard.
Fuck
Dude,
What
yeah.
I take out the trash with.
Dude.
Because we went back and forth about like what we want, like what we thought we would like,
We're like
get you.
skate deck tricks or longboard no tricks.
Right.
And I don't know how much
I don't fucking do
kick
tricks,
flipping
man.
you're doing.
I said I don't think he's doing tricks.
Yeah.
I go. He does have an electric board. I go, but he'll probably use this for like
Yeah,
scooting
absolutely.
around from here.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not
Yeah.
long.
I'm scared of that electric board, dude.
Yeah, dude. So we kicked it to sidewalk. And I talked to the dude, and he's like, those little longboards have been fucking crushing.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's perfect.
What's the brand?
Black longboards.
Black lung.
Black
Black.
longboards.
Black lungboards.
Black longboards matter.
Black.
That's how the miners get from the shaft to their train.
It's like a little
The
fish.
trolley.
Yeah, dude.
I dig it.
You dig around with that thing.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No doubt. So you come on.
We fucking love you, man.
You come. Yeah, we do. We
Thanks.
really do, and we both appreciate.
It's fucking
everything you've done, dude.
bonkers. Here we are again, dude. You know,
I know.
20 years later,
And it's-
doing a thing.
And it just
You know,
and the way it unfolded
like, it's a
was
big fucking deal to like us, me, you. Like I think about it, it's like holy shit.
I mean, that's why I did it too. It's like, let's, get some nostalgia. Perfect person to. I know all your stupid jokes.
Dude, I mean,
I was there for half the shit you guys
once
talk
upon a
about.
time,
so
we worked really good together, and here we are again, man.
doing
it's
it
fucking
again.
awesome, dude.
great.
So,
Yeah, and the way that it happened too was kind of, I think. So when we moved over here, I was like, I know I want to take it to like YouTube.
yeah.
And then I just basically text you for like advice. I was like, what kind of cameras? And then you were like, this camera, it's not cheap, but like,
I was like scared to tell you. Kind of.
Yeah.
I was like,
because I didn't.
it's weird.
let me just come help you and show you what's up.
That's basically what he did. He said, "Let me just come down. We'll use my camera, show you what's going on, and then you've been here every week since then."
Yeah.
and that's been 3 months ago.
I know. We've done a lot of episodes already.
Did a lot of
Yeah, brother.
episodes.
I mean,
and now you're helping
yeah.
me with my new fucking journey, which is so fucking cool. Like I have a person to call from, which is going to be really fun when you really start diving into like editing any of those stand-up things. I'm going to go over and he's going to I'm going to look over his shoulder as he's like editing
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
And then
You got a
hopefully
good teacher, bro.
Yeah, at some point you could start giving me some things to edit.
Absolutely.
And then I could shoot it to you and you go,
Pretty
wow,
fucking easy, dude.
assignments.
Yeah.
You get it.
some assignments.
Yeah, I give them assignments now. So
Yeah.
dude.
kind of we've been doing trade for the past little bit, and I work for a company, and I have to compile clips of comedians for this company, and that's what Richard does now for me. So he gets to watch YouTube comedian clips.
It's a win-win for everybody,
it's nice.
dude.
And then, so what happens is
awesome.
Taylor sends me a list of comedians that he needs clips of, and it's anywhere from like 30 seconds to like a minute-long clip, preferably 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Press. And then I just find the clips, I send him the YouTube links, and then he grabs those sections, and then various comedy clubs around town, like they're promoting for like next month's show or next week's show or whatever, it'll be like this comedian, like Taylor Tomlinson, and then it'll be the clip that I selected and that he put into a video.
And so
Cool.
I've always thought about this, like when you're picking nugs for a clip for promotional purposes,
tough.
you can't pick the choicest nugs.
Well-
you got to pick those midway nugs to grab you. But at least when you go to actually watch the show, it didn't get ruined in the promotion.
Well, usually it's not a joke they're gonna tell.
Because sometimes like the best joke is told in a promotion, and you're like, oh.
Well, here's the thing. Honestly,
You know what I mean?
As far
Well,
as
like-
like just the little bit that I've been doing it, the one thing that I've noticed is like if you could get the top-notch joke in 30 seconds,
it's impossible.
No.
that would be great.
Yeah.
And in fact, I mean, anything that I'm going to be pulling from, like clip-wise, is something in like they don't do anymore anyways. So most of the routines you're going to see rarely are going to be stuff that they've already put out like on Netflix. They're like,
Right.
that's like their old shit. Like that's the one thing about comedians that sucks as opposed to like musicians. We could play the same fucking songs for 40 years. And people want to hear those songs, in fact. Like if Zeppelin didn't play Stairway to Heaven, let's say, they would get booed out of the fucking arena.
And unless you're grabbing like this filler joke, 30 seconds of joke telling, you're not going to get it. But 30 seconds of music.
Well, some people
Like,
30.
dude,
some people
you can get a lot in 30 seconds of music. That's a third. That's a third of
That's
the
a
fucking
verse.
song.
Yeah. I mean, that's a verse chorus.
And you'd be surprised at different comedians now, because you have comedians that literally you tell 5 jokes in 30 seconds, and then you
Yeah,
have,
if you had Mitch Hedberg.
well, yeah, but there's other ones that have stories. They tell a lot of
Right.
stories, and you're
And
trying
that's
to.
in right now.
Yeah,
Storytelling is in.
There's
So
a lot of build up.
It's hard to clip that.
Tom
Right.
Segura, that was one that was on the list. I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
Yeah.
All of his stuff is a story joke, but tons of jokes in the middle.
Right.
You got to hear the whole thing for it to make sense.
Yeah.
So the section that I pulled was like a tiny little nugget that was funny. Don't get me wrong. It was
It's your fucking dream, bro.
I know. But like Mark Normand,
Amazing.
I haven't had to pull any clips from him, but I can't wait till
Dude,
he comes up
it takes 2 seconds.
because he's just clipped.
Yeah, he's like, he's easy.
every 5 seconds he's got a
really
joke.
funny too.
He is.
Yeah.
He's like a Jerry Seinfeld kind. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, kind of dry, but you know what Mark Normand is? Do you know Mark Normand?
No.
You would like him.
Yeah?
He's like a dirty Seinfeld.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I hate to like make a I hate to like
Just
take
those
anything
quick
away
jokes.
from Yeah, I
quick
wouldn't
setup.
Very quick.
Meat and potatoes jokes.
Yeah. He is it's like he's got it perfectly mapped out. You know what I mean? And you could tell he works really hard on jokes. You know what I mean?
Right,
a lot of comedians are, like work really hard on being comedians.
Put a lot of thought into it.
But I mean, isn't that weird? Because like they're all jokes, right? They're all
Right.
jokes. But like when you think of like a joke, especially like, when you're a kid and stuff, you think of like just a quick setup and then a punchline.
Right.
Now comedians tell these like if I was ever to do stand up, it's not gonna be Mark Normand style.
Well,
it's gonna be story style.
You know what I've noticed at the comedy shows that I've gone to and seen these fucking greats? Like, a lot of it has been the build-up where all the real good shit happens.
Right.
And then when the grand finale happens,
Yeah.
it's not really as good as all the
setup.
setup
setup.
was.
Because it's weird because like it's not even really
It's great,
set up
and it's the
punchline.
grandiose, and it's great. It's grand finale, and that was the punchline. But all the shit leading up to it seems to be funnier than.
I've always felt that way.
Yeah,
I always
dude.
thought the setups parts and because like
And but they're also reading the crowd and shit, and they can kind of. They can work it for sure, but like a lot of the buildup is better than the grand thing a lot of the time.
I totally agree. And
Yeah.
and also the cool thing about stand up is that I do believe one thing is that it's now being recognized more as like an art form. So like there's a style like with each comedian and
Yes.
and some people are really charismatic and do like a lot of like movements on stage. Others don't move at all. And it's like dialing in their particular style that is fun to that's why I love so many different styles of comedians because they're dialing it in so good to make you like every type.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I remember the first comedian I saw was Harlan Williams.
he was the first.
I'd never been to a comedy show.
Where
and
did you
so-
see him?
At Tempe.
Improv.
Tempe Improv. Yeah. We had dinner, the drinks, the whole thing. And dude, I was fucking on the ground.
That's the
funny.
company.
And
That's the company I work for.
And
by
I
the way.
went and I was like, oh, Harlan Williams, like, this will probably be kind of funny. I was fucking dead.
He's got that.
Live
Dude, that
live comedy is like a lot better too, just because
Oh
you're
my
in
God.
that.
It like opened my eyes to like seeing a person like live comedy shows that did it for me. I was like, holy fuck, that like my face hurt for 4 days. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Two stand-ups that I'm.
And that's Harlan Williams. Yeah, he's funny, but like he's not the best stand-up comic. He's great, but I fucking died. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'd never experienced it before.
There's a vibe, like Taylor was saying, like live comedy is different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's a whole vibe going on. You're there to like laugh. If you're
Yeah.
like in your bedroom with the fucking, you know,
right.
with your little dinger out, like you're
Yeah.
not gonna laugh as much. You know what I mean? In fact,
Right.
I don't even really. If you've ever watched like stand up like on Netflix and stuff,
It's rare that you laugh out loud.
I very.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like
if you do,
I fucking.
Oh, I laugh at videos all the time, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like Chris D'Elia, fucking sorry. Chris D'Elia, his specials, I'm dying the whole time, like
Yeah,
laughing
he's
at
funny
the TV.
as fuck.
He is, dude.
Yeah.
But he made a lot of fucking bad choices.
Yeah.
yeah,
You see Burt Kreischer on Vlad TV? Vlad was like, so the Chris D'Elia thing, and he asked him about it. He's like, he was on your show, and all Burt Kreischer said was, my wife puts things in a perspective to where I can understand them. So
Yeah.
she came to me and said, "Hey, what would you think if this
What's happening to his daughter?
45-year-old man was
Trying to date your daughter.
texting your daughter?"
Fuck that.
Yeah, it does.
And that's all he said. Like, he didn't respond. Like, that's all he said. And he was like, "Okay, I get it."
Right.
And then he was like, "I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's real or not, but
That's the thing.
just put yourself in that spot." Right.
Yeah. And
That's
then
fucked up.
the other thing is, like, you haven't heard a goddamn word from him since that all came, too. You know what I mean? He's been in.
That's the other thing that
Radio
Bert
silence.
Kreischer said. He's like, "Dude, my dad's a lawyer, and the best thing you can do in that situation is shut the fuck up and hope it blows over."
and it won't. What I was gonna say is the two of the top comedians of all time. I hate to say Louis C.K. right after we just talked about Crystal Leah, but
I mean, his situation was a little different. I
a
think.
little, yeah, it was. But so Louis C.K., I probably snorted like 90 milligrams of OxyContin.
Jesus Christ.
Before the show,
That's what you got to do to laugh at him, as far as I'm concerned.
bro. Oh, you're not a fan?
Not really.
Okay.
Dude.
Well, we don't have to get into that.
It's drier than dry as
He is
fucking
my
dried out shit.
all-time favorite comedy.
Not a fan of Louis
comedian.
C.K. that much.
Okay, so anyways, I did like 90 fucking
And I
meals.
get some shit, but yeah, go.
And it was one of his specials, like I believe in like 2017. It was at Celebrity Theater in the Round. I don't know if you've ever seen that stand up. Okay, so I was at one of those tapings,
Oh, sick.
and I was like this.
I'm not laughing. Sorry to laugh.
So I was nodding out the whole time. Woke up.
You
at
weren't
the
even
end,
there.
Woke up at the end, like,
We gotta go. I gotta walk my ass out of here.
and I was like, "Wow, what a fucking missed opportunity!" And then like, we went and saw at Comerica. We saw
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan,
Yeah.
and I was too drunk. I don't remember a single joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Bring
I
it
know,
back to the addiction.
I know, bring it all back around, dude. One, I was too pilled out, and then the other one, I was fucking too drunk.
Wow.
And we had a great time. I remember that. I remember it was outstanding.
It was funny.
I don't remember a
It was funny as
single
fuck.
joke. I don't remember.
It was pretty much the same shit.
I don't even remember what year it was.
Bagels.
Yeah,
That was like
Hot Pocket.
Hot
was like
pockets.
2000.
Bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
that was like 2012.
Oh, was
maybe,
it?
like 12,
Oh,
13,
wow.
maybe.
Oh God. All right.
Anyway,
Well,
comedy,
real quick.
Tragedy, comedy.
comedy, tragedy,
Tragedy.
a whole
All the-
roller coaster. Fucking
It's all in the same.
Yeah.
But real quick, I know that we said the next 6 weeks we were going to have guests every week for the next 6 weeks.
yeah.
The guest tonight was not planned to be Taylor. It was actually somebody else, and they had a COVID. They had COVID in the house.
Fuck you, guys.
So this guest lives with their parent, and their parent came up positive for COVID, and they live in the same house. And so she said, "Hey, listen, probably not the best idea to come today." Even though she texted me yesterday and said that she was clear, but I had already sort of like,
The wheels were in motion.
yeah, I already planned what we were gonna do for tonight. I already rescheduled her, so now. We have a guest, and but it's going to be another 6 weeks of guests. We got so many great guests coming up. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe, like, share, and thanks for coming. Happy birthday! Thanks for sharing.
I'm always here.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for sitting here
Thanks
for
for
the first
taking time.
Kind
out
of feels
your-
weird though.
Yeah, it does, but it's fine. It's
weird.
You're gonna see Taylor
it's
again.
so good.
How many weeks from now are they
So
gonna see
comfortable.
Taylor again? 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe. We got a guest coming in 3 weeks where Taylor will be featured again.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Can we hit a harmony?
Let's see.
Should we hit it?
Good night.
Good night.
It's like a druid harmony. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Shut the fuck up!
up.
Are you gonna hit that?
Yeah, I'll just.
Oh, just.
I thought I did.
So I think I muted it.
Bag of dicks over here. Oh, bag
Nothing.
of hats.
Nothing Tim's worried about.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We can't believe you stuck it out. We can't believe you had no doubt. Thank you for tuning in. We will see